Hello, welcome. My name is Natalia.
You have to find a functional practitioner like yourself that really wants to get to the root cause.
Yeah.
But if you don't get to the root cause, you're really just not going to be able to let your body heal.
Just getting old. No, you're not just getting old, you're deteriorating.
That's interesting.
You don't have to.
We're talking about diabetes and prediabetes, the root causes impacting beyond blood sugar imbalances. Can you explain what that means?
There can be many. So I can further explain that in that when we go to his labs and we compare the before and the after.
Okay, well, and George, one of your clients, he has diabetes. And tell me a little bit about how he came to see you.
Because he was doing all the right things and his blood sugar was still not coming down, and he was having some symptoms that had him feeling off. So
did you have to change your medicine, or did you change your diet specifically? What do you think?
Just a diet, no medicine at all.
And how are you feeling today?
I feel good.
I'm just very happy that he was open-minded and on board of trying a different approach for his betterment.
Tell us a little bit about why you decided to go to Natalia for help.
So I had reached a point where I just could not get past the bloating and the weight gain, and I'm not too unfamiliar with how to eat healthy and exercise and drink your water, but things just weren't changing. They were actually getting worse, and I couldn't figure it out. So I looked for somebody who could help me figure it out, and I found Natalia.
She also verbalized, I feel bloated, I have reflux, and there I knew that we had to talk about digestive health and what she could do to not just lose weight, which she did, but also feel better. It's all about feeling better.
And you found bad bacteria. Tell us about that. And actually, Tammy's score is up there.
Right, so Tammy did decide to do a microbiome stool test, and what we found, as you can see it in the screen, was a little dysbiosis, that is overgrowth of bad bacteria and not too very healthy good bacteria. And we also found leaky gut, which is intestinal permeability, a lot of inflammation, but she actually had a bacteria that is highlighted, Citrobacter, that bacteria on its own can trigger autoimmune disease, and we're seeing the rise on that. So it was a very good preventive screen to do, in addition to getting to the why she was having the digestive.
So you knew you were going in the right direction. So what did you do then? You eliminated certain foods?
Yes.
Immediately?
Immediately, yeah.
Okay.
So eliminated grains and eliminated dairy right away. And I have not had reflux since eliminating those two things.
Wow. And from almost 146 pounds to 136 pounds.
And reestablished the good gut. So within a month, you could see that I started to lose that weight.
Are you feeling better?
A lot better.
That's wonderful. I'm glad you're feeling better. And thank you for sharing your story with us.
I need to do some testing, but the results were profound. I have never seen lab tests done like this ever in my life. Actually, I went to the Cleveland Clinic in Ohio, and the doctor that looked at them asked me who ordered them. And I said, my functional dietitian. And he wanted to hire you on the spot. I'll never forget that. Not only identified all my nutritional deficiencies, it identified that I had high mercury, high cadmium, leaky gut was finally addressed because I had been suffering a terrible tummy ache. So that was uncovered. The journey continues. I mean, I still have a lot of work to do.
Microbiome test that you did, we discovered that you had Klebsiella, which was is a bacteria that triggers autoimmune disease. So if you came to me just for celiac and we're just focusing on the gluten-free, and we never uncover what is also likely contributing to the autoimmune, which is that bacteria per se, then what kind of service am I doing?
I have lost 13 pounds through this journey. While I would like to lose more, I've at least kept this off. It hasn't been that yo-yo roller coaster thing. So I've been really happy with that. What I should be eating and how I should be eating has been an eye-opener. And you are not judgmental. My digestive health was an absolute wreck. I had weight issues, chronically couldn't keep weight off. I was tired all the time, bloating, stomach aches. It was chronic. And I struggled also with acid reflux and GERD, had been on omeprazole for many years. on a daily basis. And it was time to try to do something different. Something needed to happen. Well, I knew that I was stuck. I wanted to be off the omeprazole. It didn't seem to be helping anything. And with the stomach aches and the headaches and tired, for the longest time, I would just say, oh, it's just work and this and that. But I knew it was more than that. With you, I realized that it was a lot to do with what I was putting in my mouth and in my body. I chose you because I had heard a lot of good things about you from a lot of different people. And I have felt better now than I have in a very, very, very long time. The overall wellness, the feeling better, the getting up and having energy has been worth it. Knowing what foods to eat to help keep that energy up off the prescribed medications. So that to me is a win-win. So anybody that is wanting to get their gut health or just feel better in general, keep their weight, lose the weight, she's the one to go to.
I think the biggest thing that's helped is Natalie recognized that I probably had candida. So we did blood work, which came back and showed that, but it also showed that I was deficient in almost every single vitamin and mineral. Natalia got me started on supplements to help with that. I weighed 167.5 pounds, and as of this past Monday, I weigh 145.1 pounds. So I've lost in that time frame 22.4 pounds. My body fat has gone from 54.41 pounds to 33.1. So I've lost 21.31 pounds of body fat. Most of the weight that I have lost has been fat as opposed to muscle. It's really cool to see results.
I pretty much started out quite a bit overweight, and I did some losing weight on my own, but I hit this bump, and I just couldn't seem to just get past the bump on my weight loss. So I reached out for help, and everybody tells me that if you want something done right, you hire a professional. I know, because I'm a professional. And then you gave me all the science and everything behind it. And all of that really sunk in with me because I'm a very logical person, and all of it just made sense. And it allowed me to adapt it into a routine for my life. And it's sustainable. It's what's been the best for me. I lost 28 pounds in 4 months, which was 4 inches off my waistline. And that was after the plateau that I had reached. Nutrition is a lot more complex than I thought it was. And I'm glad that I found a good nutritionist that was very centered on natural. And I appreciated that. And you didn't let the excuses happen. You got me there, and I'm really appreciative of that. If you're considering using Dr. Natalia here, I've been nothing but pleased. She's a good one. Keep her, because she's going to take care of you.
If you want to go down to the measurements, I've lost 15 pounds, which is a huge win for me, because before I would do these for months and months and only lose 3. I've lost several inches on my waist and my hips. So I'm excited to do my new blood work and to see what those results look like as well. And hopefully all of those have improved. I'm sure they have. But other than that, I've had just a wonderful experience, and I couldn't thank you enough. And you'll forever be a special person to me for changing my life.
We're doing together. You have really impacted my life in a way that I did not expect to be possible. With me having bloating for years and digestive issues, acid reflux, I was working with a gastrologist, and I had my gallbladder removed in hopes that would eliminate those symptoms, and it did not. And so when I came across you and the work that you do, I was very impressed with your professionalism as well as your knowledge about health, as your knowledge about my body. You took time to learn about me specifically and tailor a program around what my needs were so that I could have better, improved health, digestion. With Natalia was weight loss as well as bloating and just some fogginess in my brain and my thought process. I am an entrepreneur, and one of the things that I need to be able to do is to be quick on my feet, and she's been a blessing, a real blessing to me.
Well, it was with Natalia's guidance, of course. When I reached out to her, I was in extreme pain. I was wearing a brace on my foot every day. I was having plantar fasciitis in my heel. I couldn't walk without pain. I actually couldn't even exist without pain, even when I was laying down to sleep. my sciatic, my hip, my piriformis, everything. And I kind of reached, I need help. One of the biggest things she did for me was I've always loved food, and I have certain foods that I want to eat. She provided me with alternatives. So I was still being satisfied with the things that I wanted to eat, but I was eating a healthier version. She also, got me drinking more water and eating more whole foods, trying to get rid of processed foods, dairy, processed sugar, all those things that were really causing me the inflammation that was giving me the pain. But having those substitutions really helped me to be successful, because I really felt like I wasn't losing what I wanted to have.
Look at how much weight you've lost. It's 33.2 pounds in 4 months.
Yes, it's been slow and steady and amazing. And I'm not done yet. I still have a goal to reach. But like you mentioned, I was going out and getting drive-through coffee and breakfast all the time. So I'm definitely saving a lot of money when it comes to that. And I'm eating things that I really enjoy and that make me feel good. And I don't have to worry about a crash or a stomach ache later.
Things that come to mind was when you would recommend to, drink water. I can't tell you how many times from job to job in my life, working in retail, working in customer service, being on your feet for 12 hours and you don't drink water, then you have that habit, and then you see what the physical effects can happen when you don't just drink water. When am I overeating? When do I want to binge? And why? What is the emotional aspect behind it? Do I feel depleted? Am I sad? Am I stressed? Is it a conversation that I want to have with my friends and family and rather not? I'll just have some ice cream. It'll all go away. When it accumulated into my body, internalizing those emotions, it will bring dis-ease. It was just so wonderful with you to learn about all of these things. Really, I feel like I'm always learning with you.